This is how you can build the strongest Augusta in Wuthering Waves. This was recorded on the media server, so some stuff might change. Just check the pinned comment for updates. Augusta is the strongest electro DPS in the game that can also shield your team and buff their damage. She's also really free to play friendly. Alright, let's start by simplifying her kit. Basic attack, 4-hit combo that does electro damage. Heavy attack, consumes stamina to do electro damage. You can do a basic attack right after for basic attack stage 2. She also has 3 enhanced heavy attacks. You need to max your Augusta Prowess, which are these 2 purple lines here, in order to use her enhanced heavy attacks. You can chain the first 2 heavy attacks, so backstab and spin slash. When your prowess is full, your heavy attack button will glow and get replaced with backstep. So yup, all that you do is use your heavy attack. It consumes all of your prowess and does electro damage. It's in the name, she steps back. After backstab, you can do a basic attack on the ground to do spin slash. You can only use this on the ground, so don't jump. It does electro damage. It's in the name, she starts spinning. As for uppercut, her third enhanced heavy attack. It's in the name, when prowess is full, you just jump. It does electro damage and consumes all of your prowess. You can also do the uppercut attack if your prowess is full after using a skill. Just jump or use a skill again. If your prowess is full after a normal heavy attack, then you can do another basic attack or jump to do this uppercut attack. Their attack consumes stamina to do a plunging attack, dealing electro damage. Dodge counter, as always you dodge, attack, deal electro damage. Enhanced dodge counter. So if your prowess is full, your dodge counter gets enhanced. It does more electro damage. And you can do her uppercut attack right after a successful dodge counter, just by jumping or doing a basic attack. Another enhanced dodge counter. So if your Ascendancy is full, which is a sun thingy on her forehead, the middle part, it will glow. You can do a basic attack after a successful dodge. To do her enhanced heavy attack, backstab, which you can then continue with spin slash, just by doing a basic attack if you stay on the ground. Mid-air dodge attack. Same thing, dodge and attack in mid-air. To do a plunging attack, dealing electro damage. Yup, she has 4 dodge counters. Skill, she jumps and then slams the ground, dealing electro damage. This is a good way to get some prowess. Ultimates, so she has 2 ultimates depending on whether she has 40 stacks or not. So the normal one, where her energy is full, you just press her ultimate button, she dashes forward and does electro damage, consider that heavy attack damage. This has a big AoE. As for the enhanced one, you can only use this when her Majesty is full. So the golden line on her forehead, once this is full, her ultimate will have a yellow glow. You don't need any energy for this, you just use up her 2 Majesty stacks. So yeah, you hold her ultimate button and then she enters her enhanced state, which freezes time. Yup, you own the tower, Wuthering Waves, food buffs, domain timers, they all stop. It's a real time stop, so basically everything stops. Even your character's off-field attacks don't work. Since she's the one who's stopping time, you also can't swap off her. As you can see, there are no characters on the side. So yup, you just stuck with her for 7 seconds. Oh, and she can also walk on water without consuming any stamina. Yup, I can already see the comment.
Oh my god, game changing pay to win.
Bro, it's only 7 seconds. Okay, so what do you do during those 7 seconds? You just spam basic attack 9 times to do her enhanced attacks, which deal more electro damage, considered as heavy attack damage. After the 9th hit, you unlock her finisher ultimate. You can either press the ultimate button or just keep on spamming the basic attack button. Always just spam it, so yeah, 10 basic attacks in total. You can track how many basic attacks you did by how full the bar is on her forehead. So the store here. You can also end her time freeze early, like do her finisher at any time just by holding the ultimate attack button after freezing time. When you freeze time, you also activate her domain expansion called Ruler's Realm, which lasts for 30 seconds. So what it does is basically every time a character in your team within its range uses their intro, they get a shield equal to 5% of Augusta's HP plus an extra 650 for 10 seconds, and this does not stack. 40. So her 40 has the multipliers for her 3 enhanced skills. Okay, that's too much text, I'll just simplify it. So basically when her Ascendancy is full, which is again the glowing sun thingy in the middle of her 40, you unlock her 3 enhanced skills. Your skill button will glow. You just spam the skill button 3 times and don't worry if you get interrupted. You can just continue from where you left off. So keep on spamming the skill button. The 3rd skill consumes all of your Ascendancy 40 stacks and gives you a Majesty stack. All of these skills can only be cast in mid-air, but yeah, the main point of this is getting the Majesty stack from her 3rd enhanced skill. So the first one summons her Griffin, with the second one she goes Super Saiyan and then has like this energy AoE attack around her. She basically glows like the sun, and with the 3rd one she plunges down. Oh, and you can also start her 3 skill attacks after successful dodge if your Ascendancy is full. What are her 40 stacks? So we have Prowess, which are the 2 purple 40 lines. Ascendancy, which is the golden sun in the middle of her 40. Majesty is the golden line under her 40. To simplify them even more, what are her 40 stacks used for? So Prowess is used for her enhanced heavy attack combo, Ascendancy mostly for her enhanced skill combo, and Majesty to unlock her enhanced ultimate. How do you get her 40 stacks? Let's start with Prowess first. How do you get Prowess 40 stacks? You can get Prowess from her basic attacks, her normal heavy attack, mid-air dodge counter, normal skill, dodge counter, heavy attack dodge counter, and her intro fully restores her Prowess bar, so max stacks. How do you get Ascendancy 40 stacks? So she can have up to 100 Ascendancy. You can get Ascendancy from her basic attacks. Her intro gives her 20 stacks, her normal skill gives her 10 stacks, and her normal ultimate gives her 40 stacks. How do you get Majesty 40 stacks? She can have up to 2 Majesty stacks. You can get Majesty from her 3rd enhanced skill, gives you 1. Her outro also gives you 1 Majesty stack. Intro deal electro damage. Yup, that's it. Outro. The next character that you switch to gets a 15% all attribute damage amp, so element, for 14 seconds. If you switch off the character, then yeah, this ends early. Rip quick swap. Her outro also gives her 1 stack of Majesty and Crown of Village, which you can see by this symbol here. Keep in mind that her outro is basically a timer, so you have 14 seconds to use the next character that you switch to's outro. Otherwise, you won't get the Crown of Village or the Majesty stack, so don't swap off the next character until you use their outro. Crown of Village gives Augusta 15% electro damage bonus. You can only have one Crown of Village. Your Crown of Village will disappear after you use her ultimates to finish her attack. So the main use of her outro is to get a Majesty stack and the 15% electro damage bonus. The 15% attribute damage amp is just an extra. So how do you activate a character's intro or outro? Well, if you look down here, each character has another bar called the conservator bar. They don't share it. Everyone gets their own conservator bar and the value stays the same. When you change characters, you can fill up the conservator bar by hitting enemies with different attacks. So each attack gives you a different amount of conservator energy, which you can always see down here in the skill details. So yeah, ultimate gives 20, skill 15. You can always check it down here. And once you fill up the conservator bar all the way, all of your characters on the right will glow. And once you switch your character, the character who's leaving the field will activate their outro, and the character entering the field will activate their intro. Let's get to her enhanced skills. Enhanced skill number 1 is pretty good. So every time Augusta does damage, she gains a shield equal to 350 plus 2.5% of her max HP for 5 seconds. You can trigger this every 0.5 seconds, but this doesn't stack. Her shields aren't really that strong. I mean, 2.5% of her HP. Yeah, she doesn't have that much HP. So this thing is only there to like activate her weapons effect here, the 36% res ignore, and to activate her echo status effect. Inherent skill number 2. So when she's out of combat for 4 seconds, she gains a crown of villain. And if you don't have any Majesty stacks, then you get 1 Majesty stack. This is basically a free outro. They made this so that she doesn't feel as weak in the overworld, but this also somehow works in the tower. Just wait 4 seconds before you start your run. Let's simplify her kit even more. Or how do you play Augusta? Well, your main goal is to get her 2 Majesty stacks, one from her outro, or not being in combat for 4 seconds, and the second one from her enhanced skill tree. Once you have the 2 Majesty stacks, it unlocks her ultimate, so you just hold her ultimate button and spam her basic attack button until she does her ultimate nuke. You then use your echo and then quickly swap to your healer and use their outro within 14 seconds to get Augusta her Majesty stack for her next rotation, and then you basically just repeat this. Pretty simple. She's really easy to play. I know it seems like she's complicated with so many texts here, like bruh, look at this, man, but trust me, she's pretty easy to play. If you're confused right now, then don't worry, you will understand her a lot better once we get to her rotations. So when it comes to her skill priority, her ultimate is the most important one. More than half of her damage comes from here. And then we have her 40 and her basic attack. Her skill is pretty good too, but I will leave her intro at 6. It doesn't really contribute much towards her damage, and it can get pretty expensive at the weekly boss mats. When it comes to weapons, her signature weapon is of course her best in slot weapon. I'm a 625 attack. This is the weapon with the highest base attack in the game, so they had to lower the crit rate. It's fine though, since her echo set gives her crit damage. So you can just give her a crit rate forecast and then yeah, you're good. 12% attack, pretty good. 20% heavy attack damage bonus for 15 seconds. Awesome, since again most of her damage is heavy attack damage. And a 36% defense ignore, which is just insane. So when I show you the damage comparison chart between the weapons, don't be surprised if there's a big gap between this and the standard 5-star broadblade. It's mainly just because the standard 5-star broadblade is not that good on her. Next we have Qiuyuan's signature weapon, crit damage, so just give her a crit rate forecast. You usually want the opposite of your weapon, so if you have a crit damage weapon, then yeah, just give her a crit rate forecast. Unless the stat is super low, like on this one here, then yeah, give her a crit rate. But yeah, if you have Qiuyuan's weapon, then you don't really need her signature weapon. Save your pulls for Yuno or another character. This thing gives 48% heavy attack damage bonus, which is again most of her damage. The clear time difference between this and her signature weapon is not that big, so you're fine if you have this. You can skip her signature weapon. Jinhsi's weapon is pretty good too, I can't complain. Next we have a 4-star weapon. Yup, it's better than the standard 5-star broadblade. We're talking about the new battle pass broadblade. I'll read standard, but that's only if you have this weapon at rank 5, so 5 copies. Nobody will have it at rank 5 yet. But yeah, 40% crit damage, man, like what the heck, bro. And then 34% heavy attack damage bonus. This thing is OP. The standard 5-star broadblade is her next best option, but yeah, do your research first on the standard 5-star gun and the standard 5-star sword here. Alright, let's just speedrun the rest of her weapon options. So it's just the 4 stars now. Okay, I don't have any 4 stars on this account, but yeah, we have the old battle pass broadblade, the autumn trace at rank 5, but if these two were at rank 1, then it will be the same story. This thing is better at rank 1 too. And then finally we have our best free-to-play weapon option, the Wanting Red Chefs. If you've been playing for a while, then yeah, you have at least 1 copy of this. This is a damage comparison between all of her weapons. I usually go for the DPS signature weapon if I'm using them with 4 stars. And yeah, the standard 5-star broadblade is just bad on her. Plus I don't have Qiuyuan's signature weapon and I don't know when he'll get a rerun. So when it comes to her Echo set, I'm kinda glad that Kuro made this change, because nobody wants to farm a 5-piece Echo set every new version. So yup, you only need 3 pieces. Her best Echo set is the Crown of Valor, no questions asked. So every time she gains a shield, her attack increases by 6% and her crit damage by 4% for 4 seconds. You can trigger this once every 0.5 seconds. Again, Inherent Skill triggered every 0.5 seconds. So you have 30% attack and then 20% crit damage. Since this is a 3-piece Echo set, you're gonna need 2 pieces of another set. And I recommend the Electro set, the Void Thunder. It gives you 10% electro damage bonus. So if you haven't farmed the new Echo set yet, Crown of Valor, then you can honestly just give her a full Void Thunder set as a placeholder until you get her signature set. But yeah, when it comes to the which 2 Echo pieces that I recommend, I always recommend the 3 costs, since these are a lot harder to farm. I mean, with all of the elements and the energy regen, yeah, I'm just gonna reuse my 3 costs on her. 2-piece Lingering Tunes can work too. I mean, this thing works on everybody, bro. Everybody can use a 10% attack, but yeah, a bit less damage. As for the 4 costs, we have the new Echo, the False Sovereign. So this thing gives you 12% electro damage bonus and 12% heavy attack damage bonus as soon as you equip it. So yep, this thing is made for her. Another good thing about this Echo set is that it has 2 charges, and the first charge gets used automatically as soon as you do her intro. So yep, if you use Augusta's intro, then this thing will get cast automatically, which is pretty awesome. I hope they do this for the future Echoes too. One less button to press. Now let's get to the main stats. So for the 4 cost, you want crit damage or crit rate depending on the weapon. 3 cost, double electro is better, but if you have an attack piece with better stats, then yeah, electro plus attack can work too. As for the 1 cost, yup, attack. When it comes to substats, you want 120% plus ER, crits, crit damage and crit rate, attack, flat attack and attack percent, and finally heavy attack damage bonus. When it comes to the recommended stats, you want 2000 attack, 70% crit rate, 240% crit damage, 120% plus ER. You need her ultimate to get her Ascendancy and her Prowess. So yup, ER is important for her. And then we have the usual 30% plus heavy attack damage bonus. So when it comes to teams, you have the usual main DPS, sub DPS and healer. Main DPS Augusta, sub DPS somebody that boosts heavy attack like Morphe. Bro is her best free to play option, great off-field damage and really easy to build. So with Morphe, you can either give him the Moonlit Cloud set to like boost Augusta's damage more, or the Empyrean Anthem set if you want him to do more damage. As for weapons, you have the Static Mist, the standard 5-star gun is his best weapon. It gives him crit rate, which he needs, energy, which again he needs, and it boosts the next catcher's attack by 10%. It's basically a free outro skill. When it comes to his sequences, you want at least his S4. So this increases the duration of his ultimate, which is his off-field damage, by 7 seconds, which is amazing. Huge boost. And then we also have his S6. So this is good to have, but it's fine if you don't have it. It gives the entire team 20% attack, so really good. Next we have Phrolova. So she can give heavy attack damage amp with her outro, 25%, which is less than Morphe. Morphe gives 38%, but that's fine. Just since Phrolova does more off-field damage, so yep, she's better than Morphe. If I didn't have Cantarella, then yeah, I would just use this team. I mean, you can also use Cantarella in this team if you want, instead of the Showkeeper. She'll buff Phrolova's damage, and then Phrolova will buff her. And then finally, if you go to the in-game gallery here, go to Crossing Stars, you can then press on this thing here. So her outro also gives heavy attack damage bonus. As you can see, 50% heavy attack damage amp. Like, what the heck, man? 50%? This is her best teammate. But yeah, if you just read it, Aero, Qiuyuan's damage, heavy attack, Qiuyuan's damage. Yuno will also amplify her damage by up to 40%. So yeah, she buffs the team's damage, she heals you. So yeah, if you want the most damage out of your Augusta right now, then you can go for her. I know people will ask about Yinlin, and the thing with her is that at S0, Morphe is just better, man. Like, if you have a S6 Morphe with the standard 5-star gun, then yeah, he's better than Yinlin. As for the last slot, you can either go with the Showkeeper or your free Verena. So yeah, this is her free-to-play team, and it's pretty good. Let's quickly go over her sequences. S1, she can have up to 2 stacks of Crown of Valid, and each stack increases her crit damage by 15%. So yep, with 2, you'll have 30% free crit damage. You can gain the extra crown from her intro, and her 3 enhanced skills cannot be interrupted anymore. S2, so for each Crown of Valid, she gains 20% crit rate. With 2, you'll be at 40% crit rate, and for every 1% of crit rate over 100%, she gets 2% crit damage up to 100%. This is a good stopping point. Like, with a free crit rate from here, you'll easily get this. S3, her enhanced heavy attacks, 3rd enhanced skill, the enhanced basic attack chain in her ultimate, like the 9 attacks, and her ultimate final nuke finisher have their multipliers increased by 25%. S3 is a good stopping point. Don't go for S4 or S5 unless you're going for S6. So her S4 intro increases your team's attack by 20% for 30 seconds. S5, the shield from her enhanced skill is increased by 50%. But yeah, again, don't go for S4 or S5 unless you're going for S6, because this is the big one, her best sequence. She can have up to 4 crowns of Willis, again with the buffs from her S1, crit damage here, and then the crit rate from here. This thing is OP, but she also gets more from here. So for every 1% 1000 of crit rate over 150%. She gains 2% crit damage up to 50%. Again, this is OP with her S2. I mean, her S2 is basically 80% free crit rate. So yeah, the 150% crit rate should be easy. Her enhanced heavy attacks can give her up to 2 crowns of Willet. And each time you do these enhanced heavy attacks, she will trigger an extra attack that does electro damage, considered as heavy attack damage. So yeah, overall pretty good. When it comes to her rotations, you first start with her intro, and you use her heavy attack, backstab. Make sure to do a basic attack right after for her spin slash. You then use her skill to get some ascendancy and prowess. Repeat the heavy attack and basic attack combo, normal ultimate, and then spam the 3 skills to unlock her enhanced ultimate. Once you unlocked it, you hold the ultimate button for her enhanced ultimate, and then you do 10 basic attacks. Just spam it until her finisher. Use her echo, cancel the animation by swapping off her, and yeah, pretty simple. What are her swap windows? So I don't really recommend swap cancelling with her, since you lose the outro buff from your sub DPS, and if you accidentally trigger her outro, then yeah, you're cooked, because you have 14 seconds to activate your next character's outro. I mean, you can try squeezing more damage into her rotation by using her echoes more. Alright, so how do you get more damage with her? You can use her echo during your sub DPS's swap window. Again, sub DPS and not healer, since you swap from Augusta to your healer and then use your healer's outro to give Augusta her Majesty and her crown. So for example, Phrolova has a lot of swap windows. Watch my guide on her to see all of them. So she'll be the sub DPS in this team. So outro from your healer, Phrolova, and then use one of Phrolova's swap windows, like her 40's heavy attack. So during that time, you can swap to Augusta, use her echo, and then swap back to Phrolova. Again, this depends on your sub DPS. You have to know their swap windows. I always have them in my guide. Make sure to not trigger any of their outros, because otherwise you're cooked. If this sounds too complicated for you, or if it's hurting your rotation time, then you just forget it, don't do it. It's not needed. You can also animation cancel her spin slashes to save some time. You just use the next skill as soon as it does damage, instead of waiting for the animation to end. So you cancel the first spin slash with her skill, and then the second one with her normal ultimate. It's just a few milliseconds, so yeah, it's fine if you don't do this. So she worth pulling. I mean, she's the best DPS that we've gotten since Carlotta, in my opinion. Just give her Morifi and Rina, and then bam, you have a good free-to-play team. While yeah, all of the recent DPSs, the negative status and stuff, they want specific teammates, so they're not as forgiving as her. Her damage is pretty close to Cartethyia, but yeah, I feel like she's missing something in her team, so don't be surprised if she gets premium teammates in the future. Her time stop mechanic is pretty good. If you're a new player, then yeah, you can't really go wrong with her. I might pull her on my second account, since she's so good. If you're still missing Astrites, then don't worry. Crew Games gave us extra codes to give away. You can join our Discord server, link in the pinned comment, and then go to the giveaway channel there to join the giveaway. They gave us a lot of codes, so yeah, I'll have to give away some every few weeks now. And you can also get a free to play or forced to pay tag on our Discord server for free just by joining. You can use this tag everywhere. You can join our Discord server if you need help with anything in the game. You can ping the game helper role, and you won't ever miss free asteroid codes or events, or if you need help farming echoes. If this video helped you, then you can help me by liking and subscribing, and yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day or night, and thank you so much for watching.